Hello FlossTube and welcome new and returning viewers. My name is Angelica and this is my channel Rose Red Crafts. Let's see here. My little is awake and listening to his videos, so hopefully they're not the volume varies, so hopefully you could hear me over his video. So today is November 1st, Friday. I am short on time, so hopefully I could get this done. Hopefully I don't miss anything. Since my last check-in, what happened since my last check-in? Well, first off, the last time I posted a video two weeks ago, it took me 3 tries to get that done. And I still forgot to I forgot to say something. Like every time I recorded it, I would forget something. Turns out that I was actually getting sick and I didn't realize it. So yeah, I ended up getting sick again, and this time it was worse than last time. So I was down physically and mentally longer than I was when I was sick last week or last month. So yay, I got sick again. That was great. What else? I've been meaning to color my hair since September, but then I got sick, and then I got sick again, so I kept getting pushed off. Now we have a wedding this month, and I don't know if I should just wait until after the wedding to do it or not. Honestly, I haven't decided. I'm not a part of the wedding. I'm just a guest. So it's not like I'm going to be in any like important pictures, but yeah, I'm trying to decide. I'm trying to decide if I want to wait or not, because I've been putting it off since September, and I'm getting a little anxious. I haven't done my hair in 3 years, and I've been coloring my hair myself since I was 14, and I used to do it 4 times a year, so every 3 months, and then I cut back to twice a year. I would do it in February for my birthday, and then I would do it in October for Halloween. The last time I colored my hair was 3 years ago, because I had done it prior to my first video. Like I said, I usually do it in October, and my very first video was early November of 3 years ago. What was that, 2021? 22? 21? 22? I don't know. 3 years ago. I don't know how much of that I have to cut out, but my little cranked up his volume, so I had to go turn that down. What was I saying? My very first video I ever posted was early November. It was early November, around now. Could have been November 1st, for all I know. So I've had my channel for 3 years. If you've never seen my earlier videos, they are labeled as planner, November planner, December planner, etc. These are still technically the same thing as this video. It's where, so my very first video I said, here's my plans, here's what I intend on doing this month. And back then I was a monogamous stitcher. I had just started my very first project ever, actually. But I was also diamond painting, and I'm not sure what else I was doing at the time, but so my videos would be, here's what I'm going to do, and then on the next month I would say, here's what my plans were, here's what I got done, and now here's my plans for this month. So it's still technically the same thing I do now. It's just now we focus more on the cross stitch than everything else, but I do still talk about everything else. Oh, I did I removed the diamonds and from my name, my channel name. So now it's just Rose Red Crafts, not Rose Red Diamonds and Crafts. However, that's just from the channel name. However, I'm still Rose Red Diamonds and Crafts on Instagram, and I haven't changed my intro on for this video. You would have already seen it. I haven't changed my intro on that because I really love my intro. I really love my intro, and I don't want to change it. So, but for my actual channel name, I cut the diamonds and just to be Rose Red Crafts. I would have been Rose Red Crafts initially, but when I started my channel 3 years ago, I was worried that somebody else had the name. I also had intended on reopening my Etsy shop to have some craft supply accessories, but I never ended up getting around to doing that. So yeah, I did Rose Red Diamonds and Crafts, but it's just Rose Red Crafts now. I prefer to just cut the diamonds and it's too long. So that happened. Actually, I think I did that before my last video and I forgot to mention it. So let's talk what we did in October, and then we'll go over plans, and then we'll call it a day. So in October, I touched 8 whips, or 8 projects. 3 of those were new starts. 2 of them got finished. And I did a total of 14,466 stitches. If you're new here, I count tent stitch as a stitch. I don't do that special two half stitches, 2 tent stitches equals 1 stitch. I don't mess with that. It's one of the reasons why I'm not going to be playing those games, because a 10 by 10 section, whether it's tent or full, you're still getting the same amount of pixels done. So if you want to see my finishes, the 2 finishes I had for October, you're going to want to check out my last video if you haven't already. So for this video, since my last check-in, I worked on 4 projects. So I'm going to show you those. The first thing I picked up was Merry Mushroom 2, which is a crop from Merry Mushroom Village Picnic, Amy Stewart, Heaven and Earth Designs. This is the crop for the 2024 Hate Sale. And let me just pull out what I've got. Here's my progress so far. Here is where I worked on. I only put in 460 stitches, so I mostly worked on filling in those this area. I think I focused, I'm pretty sure this is what I worked on. Honestly, I didn't remember working on this at all until I pulled out my notions and it said that I worked on it. So I spent one night working on it. I'm guessing it was before I got sick, or right as I was getting sick. Hade has, if you haven't already heard, Hade has announced their plans for the 2025 SAL. You could order yours now. I will not be participating. Of the 12 projects that they're offering, only one of them I would consider, but honestly, I'm not in love with it. So I'm not participating. I'm not participating. So I just have this one. Am I going to finish this in time? I still don't know. I will be working on it this month. That's the only focus project that I'm going to give myself for this month, is my Merry Mushroom. And depending on how much time I put into it this month will determine whether or not I'm doing the four page finish or if I'm going for a complete finish. So next I worked on, next is Dark Fairy Tale, which is by Chris Abug from Thread Geeks. And I put in 2,154 stitches. This is 2/1 tent on 25 count. Haid is, the mushroom is 2/1 on 20 count. This is one of the projects that I only have the 310 for. I still have to kit up the rest of the colors. I do have a cone of one of the colors, but I don't, like, I do have a cone of one of the colors that's in here, but I'm not sure if it's I don't know if it's a significant color or not. So I'm just focusing on the 10, the 310 at this time. And then after I get most of it done, then I'll start filling in the color. But I still have to purchase it. I have to purchase most of it. I may have, I don't know, or I'll steal it from something else. Next is Halloween Movie Sal by Atomic Tiki Pins. And I'm just going to pull it up. Here's what I got done. I put in over 3,900 stitches. Why do I not know exactly how many stitches I put in? Because there's a whole bunch of quarter stitches. Some I had already done before I pulled it out. So some I had already done last year. Some I did this year. And, you know, there's a bunch of quarter stitches and there's a bunch of back stitching. The back stitching I did completely yesterday on Halloween. I did all the back stitching yesterday. So I hadn't finished filling in these pumpkins. And then the pumpkins were the last thing I back stitched yesterday too. So I finished filling in the pumpkins. Then I did the word Halloween. And then I did the entirety of the moon for the last several days. The entirety of the inside of this is done. All I have left to do is decide which movies I'm going to work on and then start building the border off of that. Because there are some movies, because they give you, I think it's charted for 12 movies, but they give you 24 movies to choose from. So I'm going to decide which movies I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm going to squeeze in more than 12 or if I'm only going to do the 12. I forgot to say this is 18 count, 2/1 18 count on fabric I dyed myself. So moving forward, if this gets pulled out for any reason, I will be deciding which movies to choose and then start building the border off of that. I said I finished that on Halloween, but I said I have another project to show you. That is because last night before bed, I started another project. And this is going to be difficult to show you because the thread blends into the fabric. So this is Live Laugh Lobotomy by The Witchy Stitcher. This was a September Patreon chart. And here's what I've got so far. 145 stitches. I just started it last night just so I could say that I started it on Halloween. And then I got this little cover minder. Where's my camera? Is it on this side? It's kind of blurry. I can't get it to focus. Anyways, this is a little zombie loot box. Yeah, back from when I used to get loot boxes, loot crate. I think that's what they were called, loot crate. So it was a zombie themed box once upon a time when I used to get those. All right, so let's go over plans real quick, and then we'll call it a day, and then hopefully I could have this edited. Hopefully I can have this edited and either up tonight or tomorrow morning. So, plans. For November, my plans are going to be planning, like literally. I'm going to bust out my planner, which is this plum purple planner that I got last year. I got this last year. Hopefully I could afford to get another one this coming year. Sorry if that was loud. That was right under the camera. So I'm gonna bust out my planner, and I gotta plan Thanksgiving because I do Thanksgiving. Last year I got a break from it. I happily took a break from it. Normally I love being the host for Thanksgiving, but 2 years ago was really tough for me. I struggled. I almost like cried and like walked away right at the end. So I was happy to let somebody else take over Thanksgiving last year. So I need a plan for Thanksgiving, but then I also need to plan it's time to start planning for next year. I need to finalize my plans for 2025, my stitching plans. I need to get my Whipopoly video recorded. I need to decide a schedule for all the December videos, because I don't want a video dump on you guys, but I need to record a video for a whip parade, a 2025 plans, if I do a separate video for finish parade, and then also I still want to do my my weekly progress updates. Now, if I do a Flossmas, which I had intended, then technically I could do my check-ins during that time. But, and then I'm still going to want to do, I'll still want to do like the end of December wrap up, right? So I need to figure out how I'm going to do everything. I need to I need to fit those into a schedule, and then not only of when they need to be posted, but when I need to record them. So if I have to video dump, I will, but I would prefer not to. So I want to figure out how to post those strategically. What else? I also, for my Flossmas, what I want to do requires me to do some new, I don't want to make it sound better than it is, but I need to learn some new video editing techniques, because right now all I know how to do is cut and trim. So I need to learn how to do time lapse. I want to try voiceovers. I need to learn how to remove sound, but also how to add music, background music. So I need to practice. I want to practice in November, do like a test video in November to see if I could incorporate all of that in time for my Flossmas videos. Because if I can't, then I'm probably not going to do Flossmas, honestly. So I need to figure out how to do those things. So if you've made it this far in the video, and you have some tips, if you have a video that, if you have a video, or you know somebody who has a video, to help me out with that. I also have a short attention span, so if I'm not going to want to sit for an hour watching somebody, I just tell me what to do. So, but I think that's everything for today. I'm going to let you all go. I need to figure out dinner. Not sure what the plan is for dinner. So, But I will see you guys next time. Happy stitching. Bye.